Now, do y'all practice your stool poses? You just go with your stool and practice your poses in the mirror with the stool because you're pretty good at this. No? All right, got a fun video for you today. Models and photographers, pay close attention. We're with model extraordinaire Katile, and she is going to flow pose her way through. How many poses do you think she can do on a stool? Well, I kind of gave it away in the title, didn't I? But she did more than 100, so guess how many she can do. Now, I'm going to give you a little hint here how she does this. She doesn't have to remember 100 poses. She just has to remember several base poses, and then she makes micro poses in between. So watch and learn, and if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're so inclined. It really helps the video to get seen. Let's go. Okay, so why are we doing this? Why do we need over 100 shots posing on a stool? Well, we don't. The point of this video is to show you how a model can take one pose and through flow posing, using micro adjustments, turn that one pose into 10 sub poses, I'll call them, under that base pose, right? So if she can remember on this stool 4 or 5 positions that she likes on that stool, she can take those 4 or 5, say 5 positions and do 10 micro poses in between, and she's got 50 poses to choose from, right? Now, of course, it's going to be if you're on a client's time, you don't want to go through and flow pose for an hour, right? You're wasting their time. That's not what I'm getting at. That's not what the point of the video is. This was a collaboration. We're on our own time. We're having fun. We got music on in the background. I'm just letting her flow through it, right? Because she's really good at it. Now, what are the advantages of being able to do this? Well, for both models and photographers, you don't get stuck. You never have to worry about running out of poses. So let's deep dive on how this is done. So from this first pose here that I'm going to show you, I think this was the second base pose that she did. She starts here with this leg right here. That's the base pose. She's got one leg on the stool, right? She's got, think about this, the way that her movements are, they're going to be either above the neck, right? They're going to be the torso area, right? Which is the shoulders and the middle of the body, or it's going to be the hands, the arms, and the legs. So 3 areas that we can focus our movements on, right? Or it could be the entire body moves all the way, to the left or the right, but that's it. That's all you got to remember. So from this base pose that I've mangled up now on the left here, she made subtle movements. What did she move? She moved her head slightly this way. So that's the part above the shoulders. She took her shoulders, right? And she twisted them slightly, this shoulder slightly this way, right? So she rotated this her left shoulder inward, right? She took this hand right here and she put it on the knee, and that's pretty much it. Slight movement there with that hand. So really all she did was she turned her head to the left and twisted her torso a little bit and put a hand on the knee right there. That's it. We've got that second pose, right? On to the next one. So then she went from that last pose. What did she do? Above the head, she looked this way a little bit more, right? So she's turned almost all the way to the left. Hand didn't move there. This hand went back onto the hip, right? Legs didn't even move. So all she did, see this torso though? She raised that shoulder a little bit, right? Dropped this shoulder. So she adjusted everything but the legs, right? So above the head, she adjusted the arm right there, the hand, and then the torso, slight adjustment there. Got another pose. But we're still in that same base pose where one leg is on the stool, right? We haven't changed that. Still in that base pose. Now, on the right side here, she's brought her head, right? She's looking back towards the camera, but not quite all the way. She's at a little bit of a tilt. Shoulders, she dropped that shoulder over here even more and given me a little shoulder right here, right? And now this hand that moves, this was an earlier shot, but she's got the hand still on the hip, hasn't moved the legs much. So really she just twisted her torso, right? And adjusted the head just a little bit on that one. So then what does she do? She turns that torso a little bit more and leans, right? Now she's got both hands on the stool. Before she had one hand. She's taken this hand and put it on the stool, and now she's done a little bit of a lean in, right? Leg across here. So this part moved, this leg really didn't move, right? So she took her hands, put them on the stool, and this leg over, twisted her body to the left. Slight change in the head tilt, right? Easy, right? It's not that hard. You just got to think about these movements. So she hasn't moved her hands now. They're still both on the chair. What did she do? She kicked up her heel over here. That's it, pretty much. Maybe tilted her head a little bit, right? So two things. Tilted the head and kicked up the heel. That's all you got to do. You don't have to remember to do all three, extremities, torso, and head all between every pose. You could just do head, right? Or you could just do a hand, right? Or you could just kick up a foot. Now you got a different pose, right? Easy. Start off just trying to do one thing at a time, and then, start with maybe a head movement up like this, eyes open, maybe eyes closed, maybe you're looking over here, then maybe bring a hand in, move a hand around, then maybe kick up a leg. You'll get the hang of it after a while. As a model and as a photographer, you can direct them into doing these moves. So what did she do? She kicked up that heel that she kicked up. Now she planted her foot down on the floor down here, right? Raised up. She was leaning in before. She raised up. She's sitting straight up now. Still got that one leg. And because she's sitting straight up, this really didn't move. It just, the angle's different, right? So now her head really didn't tilt that. She had a little more of a tilt there, but not much head movement there. Hand on the hip. So all she did was straighten up, plant this back foot down and put a hand on the hip there, right? Slight movement in the head. We could go on, and she's not thinking about, that was a misfire. She's not really thinking about this stuff. It comes natural after a while. So now we've still got the one leg, right? And now she's forward. She's got the hand is still on the hip. The leg is still kicked out. This is still here. What did she do here? She brought this elbow out, right? Triangles. And she's looking straight forward as opposed to a little bit of a head tilt. So all she did here was head a little bit and brought this elbow out, and she twisted this torso. See the shoulders? She brought the shoulder up a little bit, right? And dropped this shoulder down and maybe leaned in a little bit, real simple stuff, right? And then over here, she gave me even more shoulder and twisted that left shoulder back some and didn't hardly change anything. Hand slightly moved right here. It was here before right there. Slight tilt to the head and turn of the chin towards her left, right? This way, camera right. And that's all there is to it, really. So I'm going to let her flow some more, and you can just watch her as she's doing this, but I want you to think about those different areas above the shoulders, the torso and shoulders areas, right? The extremities, the arms, legs, hands, feet. Those are the things that you want to vary up while in that same pose, right? To get you more poses. All right, guys, that is it. I bet you could go on all day. Did you guess right? Did you get 108 poses? I'll check the comments, give you a high five if you got it right. Appreciate everyone watching. Give it a like, give me a subscribe. Really helps the video to get seen. Thanks.